So what's goody, everybody? How y'all doing? Uh, Look, I have this cup of coffee. Ignore the fucking coffee stains, but like, I have this cup of coffee that has like my name in it, and I'm gonna be sipping some of this throughout this entire thing. So I'm just letting you know, so you don't get surprised when you just hear me going. Just FYI. But anyways, before we even start with this shit, I just want to say, I hate having to be that guy, but like, I dropped some CDs, I dropped some merch, link in the description, or like up here. I'll put it somewhere, but just like, go check them out. They're cool. Some really cool songs in there that I'm probably never gonna drop. So like, yeah, just click the link, bro. It's tough. Trust me. Just go there. Anyways, so recently I've been thinking about the concept of learning to trust yourself and your own intuition more as I've felt myself growing as an artist. And I feel like oftentimes, particularly if you're the type of person who's like interested in actively partaking in like kind of like the self improvement sort of space, online or in real life, regardless of the context, if you're someone who's constantly seeking to better yourself, in whichever way it is, I'm going to be speaking particularly through the lens of creativity. I feel like oftentimes we have this desire to try to externalize the solution to like our problems, and we always have like our primary instinct when finding a problem that we're going through is to always seek the solution outward. What do I mean by this? I don't know if you can relate to this, but if any of y'all make music here or like trying to become content creators, bro, I'm sure at some point you probably felt clueless about your content or the way your career was headed or whatever it might be, and you just went through a rut of just watching multiple how to get 1,000 streams on a song video or how to reach 1K subscribers, and you just went through this cycle of jumping between different pieces of advice, never really knowing when to like stick, you know and whenever you're left with yourself, you're always so clueless about what to do when it comes to like your career or what move is the right move. You feel like you can't trust your own judgment. You can't trust yourself to make the right decision, to move forward along the right path, because you have this need to just like confirm whether or not what you're doing is the right thing to do. And I personally found that having that type of attitude, while it can be beneficial because it is important to have a base level of knowledge on, what to do in any sort of endeavor in your life. Like if you don't know how to get 1,000 subscribers, you should learn how to get 1,000 subscribers. That's not like I'm not saying don't look for solutions. What I'm saying is I found that oftentimes this tendency to immediately jump to looking for solutions in the outside, whether it be through YouTube videos, through fucking TikTok comments, whatever it might be, always leads to like a feeling of uncertainty and insecurity whenever you're put in a position where you have to rely on yourself first and foremost. I feel like it's just a reflection of an inability to trust yourself, an inability to perceive your judgment as valid, and ultimately, if you can't trust yourself, then no matter what you do, you will always feel like you're a step behind. And having that type of mindset approaching whichever endeavor in life is always going to make you a less capable person. Me particularly, I can say that I always felt like I never knew what was the right move to do, what song to drop, what video to drop, when to drop when it came to like my shit, because I just couldn't trust myself to make the right decision. And this led me to having such fears of not putting things out at the right time. Maybe I'm not making the right song. Maybe I'm not making the right video. What type of video should I be making? Will they fuck with this video? Da da da. It causes you to never see the act of what you're doing as simply the act, and it makes you way more likely to see whichever thing you're trying to get better at as a means to an end, because you're completely separating the self, the involvement of the self, from this thing. and that's no good. Like, being the type of person who is always concerned over whether or not you're the right move ultimately makes you detach so much from the experience to where you start to not even really enjoy it anymore. Like, and I found that when you overload your brain with the ideas of other people, of what you should be doing, where you should be headed, you just ultimately lead yourself down a path of confusion. You know, at first you felt blind, you felt like you didn't know where you should be headed, but now you're listening to 30 different people telling you you should head in 30 different directions. I wouldn't say you feel any less clueless than you did before knowing all of this information. And I found that oftentimes the answer to majority of your problems is already within you. All you need to do is learn how to trust yourself. You need to just turn off the noise and look inwards, because oftentimes the solution is already something that we know to be the truth. We are just looking for someone else, for an external force to validate that which we believe. To give a very practical example, I know for a fact that if I want my people to reach more, if I want my music to reach more people, I have to put in the effort to make better music and put in the effort to make better content surrounding my music. But before fully accepting that reality, I just found myself going through countless and countless music promotion videos, trying to find people who were just essentially saying what I already knew. But I could never really apply that advice to its fullest potential because I knew it to be the truth. And because I don't trust myself, I was looking for like clear, concrete proof that what I believe isn't the case, or I was looking for someone in a higher position of authority to have the exact same perspective on my music as I do, to say the things that I want them to say, just because when the right things come out of me, I never feel like they're the right things. I know this might sound a little convoluted, but essentially the main idea is just I feel like we, as individuals, I spoke within the context of my music, but this really applies to any area of your life, whether you're a student, an artist, businessman, whatever. I feel like we as human beings need to learn to trust our intuition, to trust our perspective more. Oftentimes, I feel like we let so much noise get inside of our own perspective. Like, you live your life just adopting ideas which were implanted by outside forces, never really knowing what you believe in. And this just leads to so much fear, so much anxiety, so much uncertainty that doesn't need to be there. I found that just taking some time to be intentional with reflecting on my own beliefs and whichever endeavor I choose. Music has been the main focus of mine because that's what I do. Um, has helped essentially me learning how to trust myself, learning how to see my own perspectives as valid, and it has turned me into a more actionable person, and it has shown to get better results. Like, ever since taking the time, for me it's been journaling. For you it might be something else. Journaling doesn't work for everybody. It might just be taking a walk, thinking about whatever you want to think about, or whatever it is. But just the act of intentionally trying to make it so you trust yourself, I found to be, sorry, not necessarily trust yourself, the act of intentionally listening to what you have to say, I found to be incredibly beneficial, even in my music. Now I'm way more sure of the music I make. I'm way more in tune with what I see as the wrong move, as a right move. I'm way more confident in my ability to make music I care about and in my ability to go about posting about it in the correct way. And the same can be said in my relationships. The same can be said for my academics, my social life. Just learning to tune out the noise leads you to becoming a person who's more selective with what sort of paradigms they want to adopt, because you can only handle so much information, you know. You can only have so many ideas whispering in your brain, and I feel like when you let yourself be pushed and swayed to so many directions, you just end up being lost even more than if you had just tried to figure it out on your own. I know this might have sounded like a whole lot of nothing. I didn't really write anything down for this video, you know. I was just trying it out, and you know, I might make more of these videos depending on how this one performs, because I kind of miss making my diary slash journal entry type videos. It's just, you know, I stopped making those because like when I actually went back and like watched them, I just realized that a lot of the times I was just saying a whole lot of nothing. So I was just like, you know, we might need to like descale a little bit. And I like this type of video a lot more because it's the type of thing I watch, just like you and me, you know, just talking, just chilling. Hold on. You know, just kicking it, just thinking. Again, a little quick call to action. Go check out my website. A lot of cool shit in there. Go check out my bandcamp. A lot of cool shit in there. You know, all my socials. Go check out all my socials. You know, cool music dropping soon. Just stay in tune for that. You know, just hit that subscribe or whatever the fuck. You know the things that YouTubers say, bro. Just I don't gotta say it again. Just like, just go check it out. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was like a nice little chill, kick back, you know, introspection section or whatever you want to call it. I want to get better at articulating my thoughts, especially on camera. So I'm probably gonna be posting another video of this style, like probably next week, depending on how this one performs. But yeah, that's it for today, bro. Love you.